Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from Demolition Hound from the Tears of Varuna situation battle from a while back. I don't remember how far back exactly, but I'm pretty sure maybe a month, maybe a little less. Cannot remember, but it has come and gone on PSN, but is probably still in the future for Steam players. At any rate, yeah, Demo's in a gym command with beam gun, which these days is not a bad combination. Beam gun is fairly strong, and yeah, it's not a bad weapon. It can still overheat if you're not super careful about it, but as you can see, Demo is more or less switching to doing one beam shot to adding Vulcans, which helps give a little bit of buffer against overheating like that. I forget whether one beam gun shot plus Vulcans is enough to beam stun, or build stun, excuse me, if you connect with enough of the rounds. But regardless, yeah, good way to keep them overheating. It does, again, does pretty solid damage. Did about 2,000 to most things Demo hit, especially the type advantage things here like the Zaku 1. Good, good use of the melee since it was going right in the direction of Demo's neutral swing. And yeah, so far so good. The Gelgug there, yeah, it's type neutral with Demo instead of advantage, and it's, as I recall, the only really low defense the A-type Gelgug has is melee. I think they finally buffed it so it doesn't just come in with 0. I think it comes with a couple of points now, or maybe that's only at the higher levels. But yeah, that's its weakest defense. It's not super strong at the others, but it's not as like noticeable a problem as between 0 and 3 melee defense is. So yeah, but yeah, somebody's chasing down the Gelgug, and as you can see, yeah, it took quite a bit of damage from the melee, even with type advantage against that raid. And yeah, that is Demo's first life, which, yeah, went really well. 5.5 minutes to go. Pretty sure his team has the lead. And yeah, minor lead, but lead. Let's see. But yeah, like I said, I haven't run the gym command in a long time, but it was pretty much the go-to general at lower costs at the beginning of the game in particular. It's never been bad, but yeah, other things have more or less overtaken it at most costs. Still solid, but yeah, there's just more, if not better things, always more interesting things. Things with special skills or interesting weapons or what have you. Which, it makes a difference. It's fun to play with the weird and goofy skill sets, even if the gym command is just perfectly usable at its cost, especially with the Hyper Bazooka. Like that was kind of like, it was I feel like early in it was practically like the default combination under 400. Like you were going to see the gym command and that bazooka at least once on every team. Let's see, but yeah, like I said, still does okay. Just old, but that beam gun just took 2 or 3 revisions to be something useful either. Used to have, I believe, less build stun and a lot more heat and a lot less damage, so it was kind of like a midpoint between the Jim's beam spray gun and the Gundam's beam rifle that did not do enough of what either of them did. So yeah, that's, it's definitely improved. But looks like Demo's team may have taken a wipe here, or at least maybe halfway there. Yeah, they are getting overrun there pretty quickly. The G-lines are both about to drop. And yeah, so now it's definitely going to be worth their time to all spawn back in together. But hopefully they do that they all do that like closely enough that they're not going to start giving up points to the enemy team. I think I mentioned this recently, but if the team with higher points does not spawn back in, after about 45 seconds to a minute, the game will start feeding it points, feeding the team on the field with the lower score points, just to make sure that you can't, just not spawn to win the round. Which you can if it's a real short time frame, but yeah, not like a full minute or 45 seconds. So they punish that just to keep things competitive. I think it more or less makes sense. But yeah, and you have to have a mobile suit on the field to get around that penalty. You cannot just summon in a pilot. So yeah, that's just something to watch out for in a really close match. If nobody's spawning in and it looks like you're going to be getting that penalty soon, it is a good idea to just spawn one mobile suit at least in the very back, where it's hopefully going to be hard for the enemy team to reach. Like if you have one stealth suit, that is a perfect time to be dropping in, just to secure your team's lead without hopefully endangering it too much. Let's see, 2 minutes left. They've got about a 1,600 point lead, which again, not bad. Yeah, as you can see, it looks like about, unless that G-Line assault armor managed to hit that Tropin in the back, it takes about one beam gun shot and like 5 or 6 Vulcan rounds to stun, so that's not bad. And again, just it spaces out the shots, because it's harder to overheat than it used to be. It just, you could not fire that thing twice half the time before the buffs. But yeah, it can't hurt to space things out and make sure you don't overheat. Because I think I think it has a fairly long cooldown time too, and that I think it's been addressed a little bit, but it's still not really, really short. It's not like Jim beam spray gun or Jim light armor stripped down beam rifle short by any stretch. But yeah, maintaining about the same amount of lead with a minute to go. Tropin decided to go after somebody over there. It is alone though, so yeah, it is not going to be cutting into Demo's team's lead anytime soon. Let's see, 11,549 to 8236. Yeah, luckily Demo's got full health, so yeah, pursuing the heavy weapon Zaku is not the worst idea, especially since the Zaku one spawned in to support it, and that is definitely something Demo can make good short work of. Yeah, good idea using 2 non-heavy swings, non-down swings to prevent your teammates from getting knocked down. And the Zaku one is down, so is the rest of Demo's team, but even if he gets taken out by this heavy Zaku, okay, yeah, good combination of build stun there. Not quite enough to keep him alive, because I think the knock was behind him, but I'm pretty sure that's still a win. So, let's take a look. Yes, it is. But yeah, that was a really good round. And yeah, top 146,000 damage with a Gym Command. That is pretty wild. 1,080 assist. Just barely behind on overall score too. And I think it said 6 and 4. That is good numbers. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. Sadly, they never did an MS in Action Gym Command. I do know there's a prototype that there were photos of out on the internet for a while of an MS in Action Gym 2 that never got made, and that's tragic. But there's also now in G-frame scale, which is approximately MS in Action-ish. There's a Gym Command in there, and it comes with option parts to be the one of the Gym Commands from the Blue Destiny game for the Saturn. So that's a nice touch.